If you're wanting to spoil your customers as a multiple 6 or 7-figure business, let's make sure that you're doing that in a tax deductible way, because there's a lot of misconceptions and misinformation going around about what's deductible and what's not. And if you're new here, my name's Megan. I'm a certified public accountant and I work with multiple 6 and 7-figure businesses, setting them up for financial success. So when you're spoiling your customers and you're giving them gifts, you're going to want to make sure that whatever you're giving them in some way, shape, or form has your logo or your business information on it if you want to deduct it in full. Otherwise, your deduction is going to be limited to about $25. Yes, $25. Now look, when this part of the tax code was enacted, it was many, many years ago, back when our grandparents were young, and $25 was worth something like $250 today. And so it was a reasonable deduction back then. But even though the time value of money has changed and there's been inflation, that part of the tax code has never been amended. And thus, if whatever you're giving your client is over $25 and doesn't have your branding or anything on it, then you're going to be limited in how much you can deduct. And so why does it matter that your logo is on it or not? That's because when you put your logo on it, then it becomes an advertising expense. And maybe this will make more sense why when you were working for a 9-to-5, well, the company gave you these redonkulous corporate branded blankets and backpacks and things of that nature. It's because they had to make sure that their logo was on those things, or else they wouldn't be able to give you, anything. And unfortunately for me right now, I haven't prioritized getting gifts with my logo put on them. And so I send new clients that sign up for one-on-one containers gifts that range from $80 to $150 whenever they sign on, and I'm only able to deduct about $25 of it. So, but I'm not doing it for the tax deduction. I'm doing it for the customer service. But as you run a business, especially if your gifts are significant, that's going to want to be one thing that you watch. And that's just a piece of knowledge that I share with the 7-figure CEOs that I help with their outsourced accounting needs. And if you like tips like this and you want to be part of a shame and judgment-free financial community for entrepreneurs, head to the top of my page. There'll be a link to a free group. I would love to have you join.